Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK. Welcome to another episode of Clarity Social TV. Today, we're joined by the lovely Jazz. Good afternoon, Jazz.
Good afternoon. Hi, everyone.
Hope everybody's well. We'll give them a few moments for everyone to find the room. The lovely Jane will be in the room with you this afternoon, so if you've got any questions, she's there to help. Weird weather at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it really
We were
is.
just talking about,
yeah,
we've got headaches and we feel that there's like a storm coming.
I think so.
So because it's muggy, but there's a really sort of strong wind, isn't there?
Yes.
And it's cold.
Yeah, I was
that
getting
wind.
blown away on the way to work this morning. It was quite odd, really.
So so the sun was shining, but I mean it was a little bit windy yesterday, but it was a warm.
Yeah, you could sit outside and be warm,
Yeah.
and it was all right. But yeah, today it's a bit cold.
You seem to be a little bit lower than it.
Oh, am I?
No, it's right. I'll come down. I just realised I was looking down. There we go. Lovely Jane's in the room.
Hi, Jane.
So yes, today is the last day of our Clarity Craft Club members half price sale. So I thought what we'll do for this last sort of 2 o'clock, Barb's on her way back from Gay Paris.
Yeah.
Her and Grace. So by the sounds of it, they had a fantastic week away.
Good.
Taking in all the sights, and then I think they had a concert on Saturday.
Beyonce. I know, jealous.
So
yeah.
So they're on their way back. So I just thought, right, we didn't have the shack this morning. I thought we'd save it until 2 o'clock. Jane said the sound is all good today. Thanks, Jane.
Perfect.
So it's obviously the changing weather, the technology is not playing up today. So yeah. So I thought what we would do, Jazz has chosen some more of her favourites to share with you. So maybe it's some designs that you may be familiar with or may not be familiar with. But it's always lovely, isn't it, to see some of the design team's artwork.
Oh,
again.
Absolutely, definitely.
And sometimes that can just offer a little bit of sort of inspiration. I had fun on Saturday. I thought I'll try something different. I did a pre-record and Jim said, right, you can do it this way or you can do it that way. So I did it that way and it didn't work. So delete, unwind, blah, blah, blah. And then did it the other way and it worked. So that went out at 10:30 on Saturday morning.
Okay, got there in the end.
Got there in the end. It was only half an hour today. And it was quite funny. Lovely Ken and Jane were in there chatting away. Ken said, I know it's not live. He said, but I feel as if I need to sort of chat.
Love it.
So thank you for that, Ken. So yeah, I just thought it was something different to try. Just to shine a light on more products. We had a look at the Dippy Toe stamp set.
Yes, I love the Dippy Toe.
So that proved quite popular. Blank mask material as well. So that was great. Perga pens. So you can go back and watch on our Catch Up and Craft section if you missed the Saturday show. Because when it broadcasts, it says that it's live. So I had to make sure that I put on in the comment, this is not live, this is a recording.
Yeah.
Otherwise they're thinking, oh, he's rude, he's not responding to anything. So yeah. Right, I'm going to swap over to a different screen now that I know everything is all good. So if you check out Barb's blog today, I did a little blog earlier, just showcasing that if you want to find out where the Catch Up and Craft section is, there's a little link there that you can click, or you can watch any of the previous shows we've been bringing for the past week during our club sale.
Lovely.
So I'm sure Jane could pop a link up to the blog if you're not familiar with that. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to look at some more favourites from Jazz. Now, there's several ways in which you can order. I'm going to bring up some details on the screen. I need to remove, because I changed the way in which the L is a little bit longer, so it hides the price. Okay, so you can see the details on your screen. The item number at the top is 11458. You've got a product image and then a description, what the RRP is, and then as a club member, what you're going to pay, because it's half price.
Half price.
Okay, until midnight tonight. So you can either order via the claritycrafts.com website. you can click in the Clarity TV show button and you'll find everything that's we're going to share with you during the course of this hour. Alternatively, you can give the office a call on 01732 868 215, Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m., where the lovely Sue or Jazz, she can multitask, will be able to help you with any queries. And it's still not late to join one of our clubs. As soon as you sign up, then you'll instantly be given access to the member cell, which runs until midnight tonight. So, right, let's have a look at the first item then. So this is Barbara's Bijou Woodland Art Blocks A5 stamp set. So we had them before in A6 square stamps, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Which are still available on the website and will also be in the club member sale. So should we have a look on the overhead then at what you're actually going to get in this? So let's have a look. There we go. So it's really nice, isn't it? Because I think these cover all different occasions.
That's right. I mean, when I was looking what we could put on the show today, and I saw these and I thought they just had to go on because they're so beautiful, but they're so unique as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they're quite mystical in a way. I mean, the hair and the deer and the mushroom, but then it gives that really lovely woodland landscape vibe to them. I just think they're great and small as well. They work really well.
So they're perfect for the mini mates. And I love that you've got all the little sort of elements as well, like the little hare, the little squirrel.
Yes, I know.
The little puddy cat on there.
So lovely.
Really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the stamp details there for you. So should we have a look at some artwork?
Let's do it.
Where do we start?
Okay, we've got a Debbie McMullen here.
Okay, so let's zoom in on this one. Am I going to come in too close? No, I reckon that'd be good. There we go. So this is another one of those burst stencils, isn't it?
We've seen a lot of those, haven't we?
We have,
the past week.
So if you search for burst stencils on the website, there's flowers, there's stars, I think there's circles, and then you've got the lovely squares as well.
I mean, they're just great for the composition, aren't they? If you don't quite know what to do with your card, they are just great. I mean, look at little squirrel.
I know. I saw
on top. It's just so cute.
It looks as if it's all part of the stamp, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
That's lovely.
Okay, now we've got Sheila Metzler here.
See, that's nice. Taking the same stamp in different colours and then just introducing different elements to it. So on this one, we've got the butterflies up here, the butterflies there, butterflies down here. So it's the same, but different.
That's it. And we always say, you know, just because the stamp is black doesn't mean your artwork has to be black.
No.
Also, look, Dee here, Dee Paramore shows this up really nicely as well.
Let's have a look.
Look at that.
I like the way that she's used the little sentiments.
Yes.
I reckon this is a stencil, isn't it? This is.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I reckon that's definitely a stencil that she's probably used on a gel press.
Yeah, okay.
You reckon?
I think so.
And then look, the little hearts. Is that little heart stamp on there?
Let me double check. No.
I wonder where that's come
Where's
from.
that one come from?
Let's have a look on the back. Oh, there we go. Framework square stencil. Bijou 2-way bauble stamp set. Right, the Bijou 2-way bauble stamp set. That's where those little hearts come from.
Yes, because you hang the bauble from the heartstring. There we go.
Nice. But I love the way that, look, she's built a little scene with the elements.
Perfect.
Clever.
Really lovely. Okay, another Debbie McMullen here. Look, burst stencil again.
Oh, yes. So that's the circle burst. And look, she's put the little... That I love that. But just die cutting part of the design as well.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't it look
really
different?
Effective.
It's like a button.
Yes. Love that.
I like that.
Okay, and then Sheila again, she's made a box here. I haven't actually looked inside, so this will be.
I wonder if there's any chocolate in there. Be melted.
Yeah, I was going to say, be melted. Okay, let's have. Oh, look at these. If I can get them out.
Wow.
Here we go. That one can sit in there. Look.
So they could be little tags, they could be little notelets, little gift cards.
And then she's added
some gems to them.
That's the right word. Yeah,
I
aren't
like
they
those.
so nice?
So it's the same stamp, just in different colours, isn't it?
Yeah, that kind of ombre look that she's created
which you can
there.
do with those full surface stamps.
Yes.
Because you Barb's often done it where you take your spot on sponges, also in the half price there, and you apply the colour. Repeat, the record's stuck, also in the members zone. And you just build up your colours with your ink pads, and then you get those lovely, as you say, that ombre of different designs.
Yeah, really effective.
Nice. Okay, so let's bring up the full screen details for that one. So that's Barbara's Bijou Woodland Art Blocks A5 stamp set, £19.99, half price for our club members. Right, the next one in we're going to have a look at. I love this one. This is definitely old is gold. This is the Bunnies and Moon Shadow A6 stamp and mask set. Now, this Moon Shadow stamp, I remember it from back in the day. And I know, I mean, this is £11.74, brings it down half price in club member sale to £5.87. And I reckon that Moon Shadow stamp would have been a lot more back in the day just on its own.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I'm not familiar with the different sizes. I mean, Barb would know off the top of her head. But that would definitely have been more, I reckon, than £6.
Yes, I think
on its own when it used to come on the mount. So let's bring the details up on the screen, and let's have a look on the overhead. So let's come in and look at it. I love this.
I know, aren't they just so cute?
Reminds me of Watership Down. Have you ever seen that film?
I haven't. Yeah, no. My mum says you should watch it, but you don't want to watch it.
No. I can honestly say I've never watched it.
Yeah.
I think for that reason.
No, that's it. You always get warned before you watch it, don't you?
So we've got a lovely stamp set there, 11595, £5.87. Wow, that's madness, isn't it? So now some of this artwork is very sort of, it's like the stamp set, old is gold, and there may not be any names on the back of these.
Okay. Oh, that one's black stamped on black, so I can't quite see.
No, I can't see it.
I can't see this one. Okay.
Look at that. I love
Oh,
that.
look. Them both looking out on that sunset. How sweet.
Cherry blossom stamp.
Yeah.
And it's lovely because it's been cut into an aperture, heat embossed, and then fussy cut round to reveal that scene in the middle. I love that.
Love it. Okay, let's have a look.
That one, I think, is Elaine Milner.
There we go.
That was embossed.
That was embossed.
So this is what we call a stepper card.
Wow.
So what happens is that when you open it, it builds a scene. So it's like a step. I'm going to try coming in on this camera. Right, let me see if I can get this right. So there, and I'm going to reach over and zoom out.
That's
like
it.
So. And it's got my lovely favourite sentiment on there from the Special Day Sentiments. No matter how you spend your day, hope it's special in every way. Isn't that lovely? And that's just so using that foliage stamp to create the landscape. Look at this little one sticking his head up at the back. And this one on shrink plastic.
Oh, wow. Yes. I hadn't noticed him.
Isn't that great?
That's really, really beautiful.
Oh, I love that card. But then the stepper effect, I mean, if you open it out, all it is, I say all it is we go on the overhead, if I go out to one. So it's a card that's just been folded in half, but it's been scored at strategic places.
Right.
To create that effect of a stepper.
Okay.
And you can have these steps that you just need to know where to sort of do it. Oh, look. The bunny's got little whiskers. Wire whiskers.
Wire whiskers.
Wire whiskers. Wow. Okay, so that's Elaine Milner.
Lovely.
This one's from Janet.
Okay.
Let's zoom in on this one.
Now this one, again, isn't that lovely? I love the kind of little panels that they sit in.
Yeah, and the cloud masks in the background.
Yeah.
But that same foliage stamp again.
It goes a long way, doesn't it?
It does.
Considering if we bring up the original stamp here.
Yeah.
You know, you can make a whole field with that, couldn't you?
Nice.
Okay, who we got now? We've got
no name on that one. Now that, I reckon that could be a Barb, you know, because it's on coated card.
Right, maybe.
So it's on a clarity coated card. And look, that foliage again around the outside.
Yeah.
And then a single rose can be my garden, a single friend my world.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely, that's beautiful.
I love these two bunnies as well. I mean, it's quite a romantic card if you wanted it to be, isn't it?
Definitely.
As well.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, another no name. I wonder if this is Elaine Milner again, because she's got the shrink. What was it called?
Shrink plastic. Yeah.
Okay.
We are trying to. I need to look at that again because we were looking to source that. But look, it's holding the little bunny rabbit there.
Oh,
can you see?
Yeah.
There's no room in the wheelbarrow.
It's proper cute.
That's nice.
I guess these bunnies would be great for kind of new arrivals in the family as well, wouldn't they?
Definitely.
Okay, then we've got, this is Elaine Milner again.
Oh, look at that, the little fluffy tails.
So just add little pom-poms.
Little pom-poms.
Oh, cute.
That's
I love
nice.
That. I love that.
But just in the black and white. I love that, the elegance of it.
Yes. Yeah, definitely elegant. That's the right word. And then we've got Emma Williams here.
Wow. That's definitely a Watership Down one, that one.
Yeah. Does look like the front of the kind of poster, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is lovely. I just love that kind of landscape, looking out at the moon.
And when you think landscapes are really popular at the moment, aren't they? With those lovely little landscape masks. So these bunnies would work perfectly with the 4x4 and the 6x6 landscape mask.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the treescape stamps. So
yeah, there you
really
go.
Nice. Okay, so the item number for that is 11595. So that is Bunnies and Moons. Bunnies and Moon Shadow, A6 stamp and mask set, £5.87. Madness. Okay, so another of Jazz's favourites. Now we've got this available in stamps and also in Groovy. So we'll have a look at the stamps first. So this is Barbara Shack Vases and Foliage, A5 square stamp and mask set. So let's bring those details up on the side, and then we'll have a look at this stamp set.
Okay, so this one was drawn by Barbara in the shack.
Yeah.
I always really like this one. I just think these patterns that you can overlay onto the pots are just so funky, aren't they?
They are.
So really, really cool.
It's that illusion, isn't it? I mean, obviously they're in black, but obviously this could be any colour, couldn't it?
Well, that's it. If we have a look at the shack packaging here, it almost gives you a bit of inspiration, doesn't it?
It does.
To go with.
Yeah.
But it shows it, so you can stamp any colour you want and then stamp in black over and even colour in all of these little shapes.
Of course,
make it your own, couldn't you?
Definitely.
Okay, so we'll have a look.
Let's have a look at some artwork.
Yeah, right. Okay, Debbie McMullen.
See, that's nice. It's just that focal point, isn't it? So that's one of the Japanese round stencils, isn't it?
It is.
The snowdrop one.
Snowdrop, that's right. That's right. That's really, really beautiful.
And then some of our stickers. I showed off the sticker books on Saturday as well because I think they're great. £6.50 in the club member sale.
That's really good, isn't it?
It really is.
Absolutely. Okay, another one from Debbie here.
I love that. So she's taken the vases and created sort of like a landscape.
Yeah, it's got that really retro feel to it as well, hasn't it?
And it's those circles, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that.
Nice.
Okay, Dee Paramore here.
So that's on like a gel press, I reckon.
I think so. Can you see that?
The shimmer.
That kind of shimmer.
Yeah.
That pattern there. That's really beautiful.
That's nice. And then she's stamped in black and then heat embossed the gold on top.
Right.
And then I reckon that's the gold Posca pens to add some detail to the flowers.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And we've got Julie Dunn here.
So this one's a little bit different. So this is paper piecing.
Right.
So stamped onto some scraps of designer paper.
Yes.
And then just cut them out. And so you could, if you've got loads of scraps of paper, then you can have all your
Oh.
vases in all different colours
Oh,
as
okay,
well.
I see. That's a good way to use up that kind of, well, we say waste.
Yeah.
Not waste at all, is
It's
it?
not
But yeah,
No.
really nice. Okay, Milner.
That's excuse me. I love how, especially this particular design, as you say, it is quite retro, isn't it?
It is. It really is. And I love this stencil in the background as well. Which one's
That's
this?
I think that's the Dotty stencil, I think.
Let's have a
Dotty
look.
Wave
Dotty Wave
stencil.
stencil.
There we go.
That ties in really well.
Yeah.
And then this sentiment here. Friends of flowers in the garden of life.
And that's included in that stamp set, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Okay, Linda Spencer. I love this one.
So it's very sort of Japanese Oriental, using with the Japanese symbols, the yin and the yang.
I know Barb would love this one, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is really, really cool. And another thing I've noticed from joining you for Clarity TV is these layouts as well are so popular in the design team, and they just work so well.
I think because what you're doing, you're just building mini little individual images. You're not,
that's it.
And then all of a sudden it sort of builds up to become a bigger card.
That's right. Okay, we've got Eileen Godwin here. If you couldn't tell, that style she has is just so beautiful, isn't it?
And that's just been stuck on top. So she stamped that just on a piece of card and cut that out on top.
Okay, it's that kind of reverse, isn't it? The black and white in the background, so colourful and beautiful.
Nice.
That's lovely. And then last but not least, we've got Tina Morris here. That's really beautiful.
I reckon that background could be the Punchinella waist.
Yes.
Potentially.
Okay.
And then this will be possibly one of the ring stencils.
Yeah,
in the background, maybe. We'll have a look in a minute. But it looks as if these have all been stuck on, but they're not. She's used a pencil, hasn't she, or something to give it the shadow.
That 3D effect, yeah, that's really, really good.
They look as if they're jumping off the page.
Yeah, they do.
Wow. Should we have a look on the back? See what she's used. Let's have a look. So she's used the Shack Vase and Foliage set, the Shack Baubles Merry Christmas, Kiss Set 2, there we go, the stencils.
Yeah.
And the Punchinella.
There you go. Good eye.
Where is the baubles then?
Where's the baubles?
I'm wondering whether that's a star stamp.
Maybe. Yeah, I think you're right.
Nice.
Brilliant.
So that is the stamp version, 11672, £14.99, half price in the club member sale, £7.50. Right, so let's have a look at the groovy version. Okay, item number 42133, £9.99, half price in the club member sale, £5. So let's go to there and there. I'm all buttons at the moment. I don't know which one to press first. There we go, that one. Okay. So this is the plate just traced out exactly how it comes.
Beautiful. Okay, so it is, yeah, very similar to the original stamp set, isn't it? I think the pots and plants were a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Just so you could fit in all that beautiful detail. But I mean, it does translate so well, doesn't it?
Into groovy.
Into groovy.
And we know with groovy that the vases don't need to be separate because obviously you can just trace out the vase on its own.
Yes. Yes. So you can, if you wanted this foliage in this vase, you can do that, vice versa. Okay. So we've got a Glynis here.
I love that.
I know.
See, it's that monochromatic look, isn't it? Just the black and the white, a little bit of white work, a little black pencil.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
I know, it's so clever, isn't it? Yeah, I do.
Let's have a look on that. Look at that. That really, I love that.
I know, so do I.
This vase, I love. That's my favourite one, I think, out of all three.
Yeah, I think I agree. That's my favourite too.
Apologies for the overhead camera wobbly.
What's the wobble?
Because it's windy outside.
Right.
And so the roof is a pitched roof. So it's empty above there.
And
it's a full ceiling. So when it's really windy outside, the wind somehow gets in and it causes the overhead camera just to wobble a little bit.
Oh, I see.
So it's not the table, it's the overhead camera.
Okay, right. Francis Knott. I always look forward to seeing Francis's work.
Look at that.
Look.
I'm going to zoom out just a little on that one. Let's bring that one up. So another of those easy layouts. I reckon that's one of Linda's easy layout plates.
That's
to create the framework.
That's really lovely. So she's used. Has she written it on the back? What other?
Just the numbers.
No, just the numbers. I recognise the other flowers.
I reckon that's a Tina flower.
Yes, no, you're right. That's a Tina as well.
That could be right from the Kiss.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Nice.
Okay. Josie Davison here.
See, look at that. Completely different look. The same foliage in all of them. It's the same vase in all of them. But because of Groovy, you just bring it down and just make it the 3 different. And then she's used lovely grid patterns.
Right, yeah, of course. You don't have to use the pattern given to you on the plate, do you?
No.
Okay. Okay, Carol Pancello here.
Wow, look at that.
I know. Look at the colours. That must have taken a while to colour.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love the way that she's taken the sentiment and gone around the oval.
Yes, very clever.
Wow.
And then do you think she's used, is it gel pens in here, Paul?
I reckon there's some gel pens on the front. So we can pick up that. Let me just have a, might have to come in on there to see the, where am I going? The metallic gel pens on the lettering. Yeah, you can just sort of see that. Where am I going? That way. This way.
And on the butterflies, you can see it as well.
Yeah, you can definitely see that. Nice.
Brilliant. Okay. Jill Askham here.
Oh, look at that.
Look, this is
There's
another.
my favourite vase.
Yeah. Well, let's see if
Should we come in? Go on, see if we can give it a wiggle.
Yeah, you can see there.
So I reckon Jill's used like a pearlescent paint on that.
Right. Okay. So she hasn't used any of the flowers, just the vases there.
And that's another layout plate as well from Linda Williams.
Yeah, really cool.
Nice.
Okay, and then
have a look I want to read the back of that.
You're going to read the back. While you do that, this is Jane's here. Now I love this one. If you can see here, Jane's in the field. Look, the leaves.
Oh, with the basic grids.
With the basic grids. That's really funky. I like that.
Yeah, and on the little like seed pod heads.
Yeah.
And then that lovely band across the back.
That is really cool. Love that one, Jane.
Nice.
Cool.
Okie dokie. So that is your Groovy item number 42133. Barbara Shack vases and foliage, A5 square Groovy plate, £9.99 in the club member sale, half price. Okay. Next, what some of Jazz's favourites are Barbara's Bijou Entwined Wreaths, the A6 stamp collection. Now, we do have these available in the larger size on the website, but there'd be so much to share with you. We'd never get through the hour. So you've got spring, summer, autumn, winter. These are lovely frames to work with, and you've got all those lovely decorative elements on there as well. So let's go to that one and to that one. Item number 11531, all available individually, £43.96, half price at £21.98.
Okay, so I thought we'll look at each one individually.
Yeah.
So this is the spring. Now, all of these are just so gorgeous. They're proper Barb's doodle style, aren't they?
They really are.
Really, really lovely.
The season is a separate stamp as well. So don't think, oh, that's it, I've got to have spring in this one. But I love that you can take that frame and you can turn it round.
Yeah.
And it can be in different directions.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Can't it?
Yeah, so each wreath as well is a different shape. So here you've got your circular Okay, then we'll have a look at the summer. So we've got the oval here.
That's nice.
Which again, like Paul was saying,
it can
be
go
used
in
on its
all different
side.
directions. Yeah.
Really cool. Then we've got autumn,
which
here.
is the heart.
That's lovely. Little bird looks
I
sat
know.
on there.
So he can be on his own, or he can have a friend.
Yep. And then winter, which is your square.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come in close on that. Do you see a little birdie up there?
I know.
I didn't see him until just now.
He's
Look.
cute.
And obviously you can mix and match all the different elements. So you can take the decorative or the worker stamps from each of those and mix and match between all of them.
Lovely.
So for those, item number 11531, if you go to the show page, they are all on there individually. So if you just wanted to go for one of them, then they will be half price in the club member sale as well. Okay, shall we look at some artwork?
Right, so here we've got Tina Morris. And do you know what? I was just thinking in my head, how lovely would it be to have a scene inside one of these wreaths? And yeah, Tina's just showed perfectly how gorgeous that looks.
Isn't that beautiful? Because again, it brings back all that scene there. Look, there's that little moon shadow. I wonder what set that's from. That's got to be, that's going to be from the miniatures.
It must be, yes. I think
you know, with the outline stamps.
Yes.
I'll have a look on the back in a minute. And we'll, actually, let's have a look
do it now.
Let's have a look now. So, stamps, bijou entwined wreaths, stag miniatures, A6 stamp set. So if you want that lovely moon shadow in miniature, and that little one, I think similar to what's in that collection.
I think so, yeah.
But if you've got any of the A6 square treescape stamps, they would work beautifully within these wreaths.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Okay, then we've got Debbie McMullen. So she's taken the wreath, but she's not actually used it to frame.
No, that's
she's kind of repeated it around this square here.
She sort of created her own sort of wreath within a wreath, hasn't she?
Yeah, exactly. And she's even used, look, this to make this kind of grass, meadow grass at the bottom.
And the happy birthday, that's from the Bijou ribbon sentiments, which I had on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because that's a lovely stamp set, the Bijou ribbon sentiments.
That really is. They're a really lovely size as well, aren't they? Okay, Jane here.
This is nice.
Another scene inside. I love that. And look, a little squirrel coming down on the branch there. That's so sweet.
I definitely reckon this is, I mean, that little moon is from the mini moons, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah,
definitely. But this has been used in conjunction with a lot of the miniature stamp sets. But if you've already got the A6 square treescape stamps, I reckon they would work well within this scene, within these frames as well.
I do, definitely. Even the larger size as well. Yeah. Okay. Sheila Metzler here.
I love this one.
That's definitely a spring card, isn't it?
I love those blue tip birds.
I know, so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're just so simply coloured in, but it's that burst of colour. It's just gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, because I mean, I think that was the idea. One of the ideas when Barb doodled these was that they didn't require much colouring because obviously they're a frame and you don't really want to detract away from what it is they're framing.
No, that's right. And then what's this die here?
That one there.
Is that one of the mandala dies? Shall I have a look?
Yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, it is
mandala fresh cut layout dies. I mean, oh, it's a mini one. She's done 3 squares.
Oh, okay. And oh, yeah, look, you can see a kind of join here.
Just about.
Only just if you look up close, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so she's joined them all together behind.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Another one from Sheila here.
Oh, look at that.
I love that where it kind of stands out from the rest of the card.
Where it's been raised up, on the sort of decoupage to give it a little bit more dimension. And the Bijou ribbon sentiments on there as well.
Lovely, beautiful.
Nice.
Okay, Tina Morris again.
Look at that.
Pick it up. There we go.
I've got to zoom in on this.
Yeah, please do.
Come on, zoom in.
Look at the little mushrooms, Luke.
Oh, look. Wow.
That is so lovely. That must be using another one of the miniature sets, do you think?
I reckon so.
Let's have a look.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Stamp.
The whimsical miniature A6 toadstool stamp set.
Lovely.
Yeah. So they will definitely be in the half price sale.
I love that red that she's used. That's just gorgeous, isn't
really
it?
Nice, isn't it? The doodle dies, companion papers, and then the sticker books. Your heart and my heart are very old friends. That's nice. I reckon that's from the Kiss range, looking at the font on that.
The font, yeah, that's definitely the Kiss range.
Yeah, so that's from the Kiss sticker booklet on that one.
Lovely.
So that is your Barbara's Bijou Entwined Reefs A6 stamp collection. And then item number 1, what's right, we were juggling behind
Sorry,
the scenes
that's my
here.
fault.
Jazz has got it all on her side. I'm trying to swap it over a bit. Item number 11531, £43.96, half price in the club member sale, £21.98. Let's have a look at the groovy version. Item number 41951, Barbara's Bijou Entwined Reeves A6 Groovy Plate Collection with spacer, £34.75. Club members pay £17.38, and that is up until midnight this evening. Okay, let me bring up the details on the side. There we go. No, wrong button, Paul. There we go. One job to do.
Right, okay.
So we're going to look at, so they're exactly the same as the stamps, aren't they, near on?
That's right, that's right. So you get all of these lovely elements still. And I mean, look at that. Just even like that, it's just so
Doesn't
beautiful.
Need anything else, does it?
I know. And I guess that's handy, as you said, that, you know, Barb designed them so they wouldn't have a lot of colouring.
Yeah.
Imagine just the kind of little bit of white work in the leaves, and it
That's
would just
all that
be
it
so
really
beautiful.
needs, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got the summer one, which is the oval.
And then
we go autumn,
that lovely
which is your heart. So again, you've got your little birdie that you can join up with that one if you want to.
Brilliant. And then
winter. Look, even the little birdie up there, none of the detail is lost, is it, when you're transferring the line art from stamp into groovy or groovy into stamp?
That's right. That's right. And then you also, in the collection, get this beautiful little spacer, don't you?
Thinking of you, that's nice. And the reason there's a spacer included within this collection, because if you have the Groovy Starter Kit, they're A5 square plates. So these are A6, so when you pop them in, there's a space that obviously it slides around.
Yeah.
Hence the spacer plate. So this is the spacer plate that goes in. Not only is it's useful because it's got a sentiment and a frame on it, but it also stops your plates from sliding around whilst you're working.
Perfect.
So there we go. I love that. I love that little squiggly frame.
I know, and Barb's writing as well. So beautiful, isn't it? Of
course, yes, it is, isn't it? I'd forgotten that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look at some artwork. Got Carol Baker here. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that really pretty?
On that one. Let's have a look on that one.
Okay, so Paul, how she created this, the green?
I reckon that's the metallic gel pens.
Do you think?
I think. Maybe not. Could be the Pergacolor pens.
Right, okay.
It could be the Pergacolor pens traced out on top. Because it hasn't got a shimmer to it. Yeah, I reckon. Let's have a look on the back, see what it says. Trio of baubles for the frame, numbers, overs and tags, Pergacolor exclusive pens. Yeah, so it's the pens on the front.
Okay, that's done really well.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
That's really nice.
Okay, Carol Pancsello here.
There we go. That right. This is crazy. That's all been Pico cut.
Just how?
That I know.
The patience and the skill to do that.
Should we compare it to the plate, see if there's any bits missing? No,
definitely not.
Wow. That is, I just can't stop looking at that.
I know.
All of that has been Pico cut. I don't even want to touch it with my fingers. Let me bring in the excuse me, the hockey stick. This is all Pico cut. This here is all, oh no, she missed a bit in there. But all of this is just, and it's attached. Is it attached? Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's used the nested scallop circle to create the outer frame. And then these bits are attached here, here, and here. So it stays within the frame. Then she's put this inner circle in. And it's been attached here and here. So that it doesn't fall away.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Wow, indeed.
I can't stop looking at it.
No, I know.
Right.
So that was Carol Pankstello, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Okay. And it's got perga glitter on there as well.
I know. Really, really pretty. Right. We've got Sheila Gray here.
That's nice.
That's really lovely. So this in the middle is one of Tina's, is it Sunshine or Buttercup
Yeah,
doodles?
It's one of the doodles.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really, really love that.
And I love this little corner as well. And this, I think, is from one of Linda's Christmas plates.
I think so.
So, because somebody else used to frame
the trio of baubles, isn't it?
Yeah, because look, that's the same frame.
That's it. Yes.
It's Linda's. Where is it? I saw it. Linda Williams trio of baubles. The Christmas Treasures A5 square groovy plate, item number 41987.
Really,
so if you love that frame, I think that's lovely.
So do I. Okay, Carol Baker here. Okay, look, she's created that frame inside, but it's so simple. But
yeah,
I really
reckon
love
that's from the mini landscape. You know, like we do the landscape one that comes in your starter kit.
Yes.
There's an A6 version as well, Hills and Mountains.
Oh, okay.
I reckon that's the A6 square, A6 square version of the Hills and Mountains
Lovely.
in there.
Okay, Carol Pankstello again.
Look at that.
Look.
Okay. So
those
more
colours.
Pico cutting. It's all been Pico cut all the way around like that. And that's on some of the designer paper. I think that could be Waimea Falls.
I think so, yeah. That is just, yeah. I mean, when you have such beautiful paper like this, it's quite busy and punchy, isn't it? So having such a simple frame to sit in the middle is just really works well, doesn't it?
That's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, we've got Jane here.
Oh, Barb's Bijou Floral Numbers.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's really lovely. I'll never get over these frames.
I know.
Everyone on the design team, how do you do it?
That's using one of Josie's basic grids.
Yeah.
Basic, I know. Basic isn't the right word, is it?
No,
let me zoom out on that. So it's one of the duet plates where it's a combination of perforated and embossed. So half of the plate is perforated and the other half is embossed. And it just makes creating these frames so easily. And I think that's the triangular one. Let's have a little look. I reckon it's triangle. Triangle lace duet. The Bijou Floral Numbers. Oh, Jane's actually stamped on the parchment.
Oh, right. Okay.
Ah, yeah, because of course you can stamp on your parchment, can't you?
Yeah.
Now, Jane was very, very brave. I know Jane is a very brave lady. She's done all of that and it's all on one piece. This is one piece.
Oh, wow. The confidence, Jane.
Yeah. So it's whether you do the middle bit first, once you're happy with that, then put the grid around the outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're stamping on parchment. So I would have done that as a separate layer.
Yeah, me too.
So
definitely.
if it had gone wrong, then I could have just replaced it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Right. So let's bring up. That's all the artwork for this collection.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Barbara's Bijou Entwined Reefs, the A6 Groovy Plate Collection and Spacer. As I say, they are available in larger designs, both the stamp and the groovy. They're in A5 square groovy plates and also A5 square stamp sets. But we thought rather than sort of confuse everyone at home, we'd just keep it with the Bijou version, because many of us now are into our sort of like our mini makes, aren't we? Let me just change
absolutely.
that so we can, is into the mini makes and stuff. So it's easier to go small. And then if you like the designs, you can then go large with the A5 square version if you wanted to.
Definitely, definitely.
So, right, okay. Now, this was a fairly recent addition, okay? And this is what you and Barb worked on, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So let me bring the details up on the screen, and it proved so popular. Item number 21240, this is the Elementary Stamps and Leafy Bow paper collection. £50.97, half price at £25.49.
Wow.
Now, one of these A5 stamp sets is normally £19.99. So when you think you're going to get the other stamp set and the Bow papers for £5, basically.
Yeah.
But then that's one of the benefits, isn't it, of being in the club. So I'm just going to give Jazz the product first.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to go there, we're going to go there, and then I'm going to change to that.
Okay, so this is set 1. Now, because Bar's been so crazy about landscapes, you know, we figured out this way to get these gorgeous leaves to have so much incredible detail in the stamp.
Should I zoom in and then you can move the sheet around? I think that might be easier.
That's the best
way
way
if you
to do
that.
it.
There we go, and you can move it around.
Look. Now, so whilst these leaves are lovely to use on their own, part of the idea as well is that they would, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Resemble, there we go. Resemble like a tree.
Yeah.
That you could use in a landscape as well. So they have so many uses.
Hence being called Elementary.
Tree. Exactly. Like, here we go. We'll have a look at set 2 as well. I mean, I just couldn't believe, you know, when I sent the design down to become a stamp, I thought, well, this will be a gamble, you know, we'll see how it turns out. And wow, I mean, they just came out, especially, you know, this one here.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Lovely tree that makes.
Yeah. Sometimes you forget that they are leaves.
I know, that's it. And then you've got these really nice small pattern builders if you wanted them to be. Yeah. Or for perspective, you know, little trees in the background of your landscape.
Yeah, because there's a larger one and there's a smaller one, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll have a look at the Bow papers.
Now the Bow are magical. I'm going to press that button. Okay, so we can zoom out. Okay, so in here you've got 14 different patterns and you've got 56 sheets. So that's going to be 4 sheets of each.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these, I think it's best, yeah.
Do you want to open them up?
Yeah, go on then.
Go on.
So these actually have quite a funny story. When sorry, Mum, on Mother's Day, we went out for a nice dog walk.
Yes.
You know, for Mother's Day. Took Mum out. We went to the garden centre, went out for lunch, went on a dog walk. And then I've gone, oh, this is really beautiful woodland. Hang on, Mum, just wait a minute. And I'm taking all these pictures. And she's going, is it Mother's Day? Or is it Clarity Day? She's going.
No, it's Leaf Day. Leaf it out, Mum. Day.
Yeah, leaf it out, Mum. Right, okay.
Right,
shall we
let's
have a little
look
look?
on the overhead.
Okay.
Now, some of these have been included in the foil kits, haven't they?
Yes, and didn't they just look so beautiful?
So these, because we print these ourselves, these will work beautifully with the hot foiling.
There you go.
Won't they?
Yes, they will, really beautifully. So you've got this lovely fern.
So you've got the black on white and the white on black, haven't you?
Yes.
So you've got the 2 different configurations
and I'll
of them.
just have a little, if I try and pick them up, here we go. Have a little kind of skim through some of the, can you see that okay? Yeah.
So there's your white on black on those ones. Then you've got black on white. It's
hard to tell with these sometimes, isn't it? but the detail you get, and I mean with the hot foils as well, they translate
really
every
do.
bit of detail. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And using,
I love this one.
This one's probably my favorite. Using Barb and Sam's, that transfer technique.
Yes,
as
on the gel
well
plate.
on the gel plate for really cool backgrounds.
So I like this one as well.
Yeah, I mean they are just so cool.
And that one.
And that one.
And that one. And I'm not really a foliage, I prefer flowers. But
Yeah.
these, especially when they're foiled, are fantastic.
Yes.
So if you just wanted to stock up on your Bowob Leafy Set 1, the Collage 8x8 papers, item number 31795, £10.99. Alternatively, or not alternatively, club members pay £5.50. But if you like, maybe it's the first time you've seen the stamps, if you want to go for that stamp collection together with the Bowob papers, item number for that is 21240. Now I'm going to pass some artwork over to Jazz, so that she can, I'll swap you with those. There we go. I'll package those papers back up.
Okay. So first of all here, we've got Deb McMullen. We could zoom in
on that.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, it's coming closer.
So here, Deb has used both the stamps and the Bowob papers. So she's used the stamps here in that colour. Look at that. So beautiful.
It's sort of like a peachy pink, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that. And then she's taken the Bowob paper and then just coloured in the white of the background, hasn't she?
Yeah, I reckon that's with stencil brushes, which would also be in the sale as well.
Gorgeous. Okay.
Nice.
Sheila Metzeler now.
Oh, the cranes.
Using the cranes.
I love these cranes.
So
I've forgotten about those. The cranes, I think, will be in the half price member sale. There were like two sets, wasn't there? There was the negative and the positive and the negative, but they worked independent of one another.
That's right.
I love that.
Okay, Tina Morris again.
Now, so this is a proper Clarity Classic technique. This is on coated card.
Yeah.
And it's been stamped with a clear embossing pad, so it acts as a resist.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. I don't, if I do that, can you see that shine on the card? So once you've finished, what you do is just take a tissue and you buff the card and you get that lovely shine on it. But the white is actually a clear embossing pad. So when you ink up and stamp out, you can't see anything. It's like a watermark. And then when you put the colour over the top, it resists to give you that ghost look.
I love that.
Really nice,
and
isn't it?
Tina's used here a Father's Day sticker as well. And these are great, aren't they?
I'm guessing is that from the pinky grey ones, I reckon.
They are, yes, pinky grey.
Let's have a look. Pinky grey stickers.
That's it, yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Jane said the cranes are in the sale.
Lovely.
I love this.
Look. So yeah, this is one of my favourites, definitely, because I just think he's such a wicked tree, isn't he?
Yeah. A wicked tree.
A wicked tree. Yeah.
And just using the bits coming in from the side. Who did this one?
This one, Andy Duggan. Really lovely. That moon in the back, proper winter scene.
I was going to say quite festive, couldn't it? Because you could put some glitter on there, and then that's the kiss stickers as well.
That's it. You could stick some kind of coloured baubles on as well, couldn't you? Right, Linda Spencer.
Pattern building. I love this.
Love it. So that's the Bowob in the background, the paper. Yeah. And then look, using the sticker and the leaves kind of bursting out. How cool.
Looks quite, what's the word I'm looking for?
Not a kaleidoscope. No, it almost gives that effect in a way,
quite regal. You know, like the fleur-de-lis type look.
Yes,
just on that centre image.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. I like that.
Okay, another one from Linda Spencer here. That is really, really nice. So another example of how you can add colour to the Bowob papers.
Yeah.
There. Really,
inked
really
up
pretty.
With some inks on there.
Lovely. Okay, Sheila Metzler here.
This
That's
is nice.
really nice.
And the bijou ribbon sentiments that I had on Saturday.
Yes, that's right. And yeah, look how gorgeous they look in green. So they can have that autumnal or kind of spring, you know, you can use
because
them for all the
now
seasons.
when I see this leaf down here, it now, for whatever reason, reminds me of a fish tank.
Yeah.
You know, like the foliage you get in, I think it's called chickweed or duckweed or something like that you have in sort of like natural ponds. So if you've got any fishes, that would look nice with some little fish. You could do a little fish tank.
It would actually. Okay, and then Jane Telford here.
That's nice.
That's really nice. How would Jane have done that?
Okay, so this is the, I reckon that's the bijou backdrop stamp.
Yes.
The square that has a little square pattern. That will definitely be in the sale.
Yeah.
This is the light colour in the back is a gel press print. You know what?
Oh,
trick.
yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice that part there.
This is stamped and white embossing powder.
Okay.
And then your bow wallpapers around the back coloured in.
Gorgeous.
Nice,
really
I like
nice.
that. But potentially that's 4 separate little cards.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Definitely little ATCs,
Mini makes,
aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Gorgeous.
Wow. Okay. Goodness me, I can't believe we've got through all of it.
I know.
Some of this artwork, as I say, when we do these shows, I think it's a real nice opportunity that we can go back and revisit some of the back catalogue and shine a light on it, especially when you look at the artwork from the design team. And you can see, even though some of them I call old is gold, they're still timeless.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the Dippy Toe stamp set I had on Saturday.
Yeah.
They're some of their oldest Clarity designs, but they still work today.
Yeah.
And with the magic of Barbara and Jazz and Jim and Lisa, when they bring everything together and let's try this, let's try that. And when you bijou it or you make the sampler stamp sets, all of a sudden it reimagines the designs, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, wow, it really has. So don't forget, if you have missed out on any of the shows during the past week where we've been sharing some of the lovely designs from times gone by and some of more recent times as well, then check out Barbara's blog, which is barbaragrayblog.com. I put a post up today and there's a link on there that will tell you exactly how you can go back and watch all the previous shows. Alternatively, if you go to our website, claritycrafts.com, and go to the catch up and craft section, you'll be able to go back and see all of the shows since we launched our Clarity Craft members half price sale. So just a reminder, today is Monday, the 23rd of June. It's just approaching 3 p.m. and the half price club member sale will end at midnight tonight.
Yes.
Okay. So there's a few more hours left. If you've been sitting on the fence thinking, don't know that, or maybe you want to look at stocking up some of the essentials. We've looked at some of the essentials over the past week as well, haven't we? From the stencil brushes, spot-on sponges, Permacolor pens, a tool organizer. We had a look at the punches on Friday with Louise.
Yeah.
So you can go back. Those corner punches, I love working with those corner punches.
They're really cool.
And again, old is gold. Sometimes you think, corner punches, they've been and done and thing. But what you can do with them are absolutely amazing. So you can go back and watch that as well. So thank you to the lovely Jane for helping out. We don't get to see the chat when we're doing this show, but I'm sure there's been lots of fun going on in the chat. No doubt Ken has probably been doing a few ditties and Jane's probably trying to keep him under control. Thank you to lovely Jazz for joining me this afternoon for the final live hour of our sale shows. Looking at the week ahead, let me see. Tomorrow, Groovy Tuesday with Louise at 10 o'clock. There's no 2 p.m. show tomorrow because we will be busy picking and packing all those lovely orders. Thank you very much for all of those. Then Wednesday, Barb's back in the building on Wednesday.
Oh, yes.
For the collage die online workshop.
Yeah.
So you can still purchase that if you want to take part in the live show on Wednesday. It's within our inner circle on the Circle platform, and it's £30. There's no club discounts or anything else. Once you purchase it, I send you a link to the Circle platform inviting you into the classroom ready for some Wednesday. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, 7 o'clock in the shack with Barb. I think it's probably continuing to colour with the lovely Bijou Floral Alphabet posters, which will also be half price.
Half price
as well. And then on Friday at 10 and 2, I'm joined by the lovely Deborah Wheeler, and we're going to go in the garden with Linda Williams.
Lovely.
In the afternoon. So we thought we'd spend the afternoon in the garden with Linda Williams, and in the morning, one of my favourite pastimes, tea and coffee.
Perfect.
Tea, coffee and cake from Linda Williams. So thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks, Jazz.
All right. Thanks, Paul. Thank you, everyone.
Take care.